How strong is Isaac Netero's son and his development? Until now, it's all just based on this or that, but he knows exactly what he's getting into, and someone like that is no ordinary person. Want to really know the power of one of the most intriguing characters in the Hunter x Hunter series? Come with me. Already subscribed to the channel, leave your like and activate the bell. Beyond Netero emerged from the backstage of Hunter x Hunter as the ambitious shadow of his father's legacy. Isaac Netero, the legendary 12th president of the Hunter Association, revered for his superhuman speed, colossal strength, and absolute mastery over Nen. Being pointed out as the heir of a man capable of delivering more than 16 attacks per second, launching multi-armed golden statues with the 100-type Guanyin Bodhisattva, and sacrificing his own life with the Zero Hand is no responsibility carried lightly. However, Beyond follows a path that is not limited to reproducing paternal feats. Instead, he seeks to expand the limits of what is understood as Nen power, focusing less on pure combat and more on manipulating unexplored resources of the unknown, especially in the feared Dark Continent. Since his first appearance, Beyond has stood out not for direct demonstrations of strength, but for the almost messianic trait of his ambition. Leading an expedition that defies international treaties, attracting funds from V5 governments, and seducing scholars, diplomats, and mercenaries to a journey toward areas where experienced hunters never dared to set foot requires charisma and persuasive power rare even among natural aura bearers. More than possessing a devastating technique, Beyond has shown mastery in influencing people and spheres of power. A trait that in many ways evokes Isaac Netero himself in his political condition, albeit in a different way. The physical strength and Nen mastery that Beyond may display are still mysteries, since until now he has remained secluded in formal environments and conferences full of bureaucrats and scholars. Unlike renowned hunters forged in the heat of battles, Beyond seems to understand Nen as an instrument of research and exploration. Anonymous testimonies from expedition scientists report that he demonstrated the ability to create Nen contracts acting at the cellular level, allowing experiments in efficient regeneration and even manipulation of biological structures of organisms collected in the Dark Continent. These abilities, if proven, would be far beyond the scope of any known hunter, suggesting he inherited not only his father's brute strength, but also a cognitive versatility to reinvent Nen itself. Beyond's true power is reflected in how he manages resources. While Isaac Netero spent decades training in the mountains to perfect every repetition of his techniques, Beyond orchestrated political agreements to hire high-tech vessels, floating laboratories, and armed escorts with the elite of the Hunter Association and even former Phantom Troop members. Through a global live broadcast, he announced the project to the world, winning respectable nations by mourning the true face of the Earth and the unexplored legacy of Nen in the Dark Continent. From then on, it became impossible to ignore what some called suicidal boldness and others revolutionary vision. Besides the political trait, Beyond also showed knowledge of each nation involved. He resorted to clan traditions, legends about mystical artifacts, and even ancient pacts to motivate kings and presidents to invest in the enterprise. This ability to blend historical knowledge with tangible promises of scientific advancement suggests that Beyond studied intensely the pact codes involving Nen, something Isaac knew how to apply in combat but rarely explored outside the battlefield. By proposing that fungi capable of inducing altered states of consciousness and crystals that intensify aura could yield bioenergetic pen drives, Beyond launched to the world the idea that Nen could become technology, a bold concept that definitely separates him from his father's traditions. If we consider the genetic legacy, Beyond is the son of one of the greatest fighters ever seen. Isaac Netero, even in old age, moved faster than sound, withstood falls from great heights, and channeled his aura into colossal statues with dozens of arms, attacking with almost precognitive precision. The hypothesis that Beyond inherited part of this physical and energetic potential is not unfounded, but what impresses most is how he channels Nen for scientific purposes. Laboratory records talk about technicians who saw subtle oscillations in the quantum structure of samples when imprinted with an aura beam emitted by Beyond, something unprecedented among hunters. Inside the Hunter Association, the figure of Beyond generates a mixture of fascination and apprehension. Many veterans admit they have never seen a hunter act with such pragmatic coldness in the face of ethical dilemmas. Internal reports mention that during debates about safety protocols on the expedition, Beyond allegedly declared that collateral damage
age is an acceptable tragedy if human advancement is at stake. This utilitarian stance casts doubt on his real moral limits and refers to the fact that Isaac Netero sacrificed his life to save an entire nation, but always guided by a purer sense of duty. Beyond, on the other hand, seems to measure gains and losses as if they were equations, prioritizing practical results over sentimentality.
Amid rumors that he maintains secret agreements with dissident factions of the Phantom Troop, some claim that Beyond aims to monopolize certain powerful Nen abilities. Anonymous sources allege that he sent research cells to study manipulation techniques and contracts used by troop members in order to develop synthetic versions of these powers. If these rumors are true, Beyond may be assembling an arsenal of marginalized techniques, diversifying his repertoire even more, in contrast to Isaac, who concentrated all his mastery on a few techniques but polished to the extreme. The way Beyond balances his legacy is intriguing. He does not seek to impress with demonstrations of lightning agility or devastating attacks like the Guan Yin Bodhisattva, but prefers to display the power of summoning diplomacy, science, and calculated risk. Still, on rare occasions, some elite guard reports mention moments when they saw Beyond deliver blows strong enough to crack rocks, experimentally exposed as resistance tests. Although these reports are scarce, such demonstrations reinforce the possibility that he inherited at least some of Isaac's raw power, but refined with precise control. While his father was the supreme warrior, willing to sacrifice himself for others, Beyond positions himself as the explorer and strategist. He dreams of permanent scientific colonies on the Dark Continent, disguised underground laboratories, and experiments that defy natural laws. His desire to reveal the living face of the Earth sounds almost poetic, but also raises the question of how far he would be willing to go to achieve this ideal. In private conversations, it's reported that he expressed the wish to heal wounds before they are even felt, anticipating diagnoses and applying Nen to regenerate cells, something that transcends the traditional concept of combat and borders on biological omnipotence. In this scenario, asking how strong Beyond Netero is means looking beyond muscles, strikes, and speed. His real power lies in the ability to mobilize nations, provoke scientific advances, and recruit unlikely allies to lead an expedition that challenges the very boundaries of Nen. His strength is not measured only in aura, but in numbers of research vessels, budget funds, and the convincing rhetoric that humanity's future depends on exploring the unknown. This kind of influence and control suggests that he inherited from his father not a standardized technique, but the instinct to understand what moves people and power structures. When one thinks of Isaac Netero sacrificing himself to stop Miriam, many saw the apex of altruistic duty. Beyond, on the other hand, takes the lead in redefining Nen as a tool for global advances. He is possibly the first hunter to conceive Nen contracts benefiting agriculture, medicine, and renewable energies, going beyond combat. If these ideas come to fruition, the practical impact of his power may surpass any aura explosion or golden statue his father manifested. Still, the final battle many long for is not against creatures from the Dark Continent, but against the doubt of how ethical and balanced Beyond will remain while manipulating forces that even the Association had not counted as a real risk. With every report of labs being raided, every rumor of secret experiments, fear grows that he might cross Nen's limits for ends that verge on the unspeakable. But while Isaac Netero defined himself as the warrior who accepted death for an ideal, Beyond defines himself as the visionary who challenges deaths yet to happen, crossing shadows to build a future many cannot even imagine. In the end, Beyond Netero's power will not be fully evaluated by the physical feats he might one day display, but by the mark he will leave on the very concept of Nen. If Isaac left the world an image of supreme sacrifice and combat mastery, Beyond promises to redefine Nen's essence, transforming it into a lever for social, scientific, and political transformation. This is the true measure of his strength, the ability to challenge legacies, reinterpret ancestral techniques, and lead humanity toward a territory where aura does not strike, explode, or destroy, but heals, rebuilds, and expands the boundaries of existence itself.